Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this is part 2 in Promise. And I just thought of something. I should have maybe converted it to a bitmap and resized it or resampled it and turned it into a grayscale, and might have saved me a little bit of color problem. But if it doesn't trace good, here's a little trick. The logo's in the center of the page. I drew a circle that is going to be our path, okay? We want to take our path and take a 2-point line and draw a line kind of right in the middle between the text. Then we're going to take our virtual segment delete key and we're going to delete this line. We can actually delete this line. We've still got our curved line. We're going to set our nudge factor still set on 15. We're going to move it out of the way. We're going to go to text. No, we're going to go to, Windows, Docker's properties, and we're going to find out the length of this curve. It is 17.22 inches. So our text needs to be roughly 17.22 inches. So this is about right. And we can always change the size once we get it there. Because actually we're going to put it we're going to put it on that line. So I just wrote up some text, match this. I see I've just misspelled this word, but that's beside the point. So I'm going to back up here and get my circle back and put it in the front of put it in the center of the page. Now I'm going to go ahead and nudge it over just so you can see this happen. This goes on the top. So we're going to go text to path and put it on our path. And then we're going to take this text to path and put on the bottom. And you can see we're too big between, there's no definition, but we can grab both these and change the text to like 75 points. Now this one's a little bit skewed, but we can fix that. Let's make it 74 points. Now we're going to take this bottom text and just kind of, well, we can actually do that after we break it apart. I'm going to take all this and go up to Object and break the 3 parts apart. I'm going to take our text, move our center of the rotation to the, well, it would help if we were in the center of the page. So I'm going to group this together, Control G, Control P to put it, or just P to put it in the center of the page. I'm going to ungroup it. Now I'm going to take this text and I'm going to double click and I'm going to move the rotation to the center of the page. And then I can ever so slightly, and I could have done this before, move that around. So we've got the text done. Let's hit P. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's move that out of the way and let's break this line apart. So go up to Object. Well, we've already broken them apart. So now we can take this red line away just by hitting delete. But I want to group this together, Control G. We don't really need it for a second, so I'm going to nudge it out of the way. I'm going to put my other, so this circle is 14.472. So I'm going to make an ellipse, which is 14.472. Then I'm going to hit P, put it at the center of the page. I'm going to make a duplicate of that, Control D, and then I'm going to hold down the Shift key. And I'm going to move it till it gets to that other line. I'm going to Control D and make another duplicate of it, and then hold down the Shift key and make it enlarged to that line. Now if we can grab our logo without our text, well, we'll just have to grab the lines. And there's actually one more. And I'm just moving them over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to left click, right click. I'm going to take these, well, I can just use the Smart Fill tool to fill in a black. And this is actually going to be black later. So I'm going to take all these rings and move it over, go to Object, Order, back a page, but our text is black, so it's not going to show up. So what I can do, that's what I should have done. Left click, right click, and move them all over, and then smart fill them while it's in here. Now we will have to go back and fill in the individual broken parts of the letter. This is called inverse engraving. If you followed the first video, it's going to engrave everything but the letters. And you could do it either way. Other way might actually be easier than this. But reverse engraving, to me, really helps it stand out. Just a few more. And then the inside of this logo is, to me, super easy. As long as you keep using the nudge tool, you can nudge stuff forward and backwards and up and down. I hit the wrong part of the letter. Just hit the A's, center the A's, center the R and the O's, and we're done. Now all we have to do is group this together, Control G, and we'll put this in the center of the page with a P. Well, it is. So we'll put this in the center of the, well, we don't have to do that because we've nudged it over. Now these are just rectangles with a curved bottom. So we're going to make some rectangles. We're going to start on that corner. We want them all the same thickness. So we're going to go with 0.85. And I'm going to change my nudge factor to something really low. So you need to be unchecked anything, 0.001. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. And I'm going to nudge this over. Well, I'm actually going down. Man, I got it pretty close there. Then I would just go to this object, convert it to a curve, and then take that node and just bring that node down. Now the bottom is going to be a little different, so we'll do that different. Control D and make a duplicate and move this one to here. Control D and make a duplicate and see it match perfectly. Now Control D, and I'm just going to grab that four-handled bar, and then I'm going to do one more Control D and move it to here. Now we need a circle, so we're going to borrow this circle for a second, so I'm going to ungroup it. I'm going to Control D, a duplicate of this circle, and move it to the center of the page by hitting P. Now all I have to do is take that circle, holding down the Shift key to move it forward till it gets in that line. Now all I have to do is take my Smart Fill tool and fill that in. Well, and if you ever nudge it really low, just nudge it back. And we were nudging at 15. So we use the Smart Fill tool and move that to the real logo. We'll have to grab this one. Now, these are, it all depends on how you want to do it. And what we could do is move this out of the way for a second, and we could grab all these, and what I'm going to do is hold down the Alt key and swipe through here. And it got my circles too, but that's okay. And I'm going to come in here and just grab this, and I'm going to left click, right click. I would have thought I could do them all at one time. And you could if you hold that one, hold down the Shift key, left click, right click. Now we're just going to move all this back and fill this in with black. And I got one more D there if I hit the right part of the letter. So 2 ways to do the same thing. There's that part of the D. I must have just not grouped it. I think it looks identical. We'll get rid of this circle for a second, grab the logo and just bring it over. We can get rid of all this. And there you have it. Somehow I missed this right here. I must not have this bar down far enough. So we can always, let's just back up for a second. That's one thing nice about Corel. You can always back up. And that's what happened. I did not have that bar down far enough. And you can see it right there. So all I have to do is, I'm going to keep backing up one more time. And I'm going to move this line And if you held down the control key, it would come straight down. And then do what we just did. Smart fill it. I'm going to actually move them to the, okay, I backed up enough where my nudge factor is off. So go 15, take that one and move it over, get our smart fill back, nudge it over, nudge it over, nudge it over, nudge it over. And then that's one thing about the smart fill, it's going to do what you ask it to do. And then I'm going to left click, right click, and nudge it over twice, and then fill this in with black. I think we got the exact logo. I'm going to left click those lines out of the way. This would engrave really good. Just one thing of warning, just make sure you left click no outline in case you cut it out. It won't cut out those individual parts. I like it. Well, except for this is backwards, but that could have been easily fixed. There's plenty of videos on text a path to the bottom. Just when I had it here, I should have just reversed it. Anyway, hope that helped a little bit.